All right, now we know. The release date will be Thursday, March 18th for the Snyder Cut. So Zack Snyder posted some images out there. He did it on Twitter too. Because I saw it on Vero. But so he's got these, these images of the Justice League logo and shattered because obviously they are going to be facing up again. A lot of it is the Nightmare World look to it, which I don't think that's the totality of the story. Now, he shot some footage, but apparently it was only like 4 minutes extra or something like that. And but apparently we know that Jared Leto came to shoot some scenes as Joker, and that there was stories that the Joker would be involved in the Nightmare World. So maybe there's more scenes of that in there, and that's why he's really showing this off. But a lot of this is in reference of the long fought battle to get this released. And so, of course, here's the film canister. It's pretty funny. And, of course, the announcement of the day. And so there it'll be, at long last, Justice League, a 4-hour movie now. It's supposed to be a series with 4 episodes, which I was really intrigued by that. And I thought, oh yeah, that does make sense for a streaming service, and the idea that HBO Max needs a Mandalorian to really garner excitement and draw people in. Getting closer to the date, apparently there's been reports that they are increasing in subscribers for it, so it does have some pull to it. But I thought stretching that out over 4 weeks would make more sense. But something changed. Something happened. There's still shenanigans going on behind the scenes. Whatever it was, maybe Snyder himself just never liked the idea of it being like that. I don't know. Then there's all the trouble with Ray Fisher and whatnot. Obviously the two camps within Warner's, they do not like each other. And so that sort of thing, which it's just terrible business-wise to do that. So, and then there was the Hamada saying it's a one-and-done deal. We're going to release this director's cut, and that's that. There's been lots of director's cuts released from different films over the years, and it doesn't necessarily lead to anything. But depending on the popularity and hype around Snyder Cut, and that's all contingent on its performance, it could lead somewhere else. But all the different rumors about a Batman spinoff and then more films coming out of the Justice League and continuing the story, which the ultimate battle with Darkseid was going to be in Justice League 2. And it's looking more likely that we will never get that. But if there's desire for it, well, that's that. You've got to make it happen. But it's quite a high peak to reach for it, and somewhat unfair. But that's where we are. Something happened behind the scenes to change something like that when you announced it. It's going to be this miniseries, and well, that's interesting, and then suddenly it's not. But we do get it. And I think ultimately one of the reasons, the practical reasons for it never having been released before this, because I would have thought, well, they've done this before with Zack Snyder films where there's a director's cut, most notably like Watchmen. It's extremely long, but in its totality, it's much better. The Batman versus Superman is better in the director's cut. Still got some flaws, but it's much better than the theatrical release. But the problem with Justice League is that, well, it's a different film, so Zack Snyder's version wouldn't really fit with that one. And keep in mind, before he left, they had already decided they weren't going to release his cut, or they kept pushing him to make changes and this and that, and all that type of frustration. And the compromised film was the one he referred to as, the 214, which is, somewhat longer than the one that Joss Whedon did. But still, that's what he was pushing for. And once he left, they went in and changed everything and all that. So even his 214, had that been released on Blu-ray, would have so much difference from the other, and they just decided, no, we're going with this one. And it was supposed to be a springboard for their new direction under Jeff Johns and all that. But the movie pooped the bed. So and this is what they were supposed to be trying to avoid. But you just can't do 11th hour shenanigans like that. The only way around it would have been to cancel it altogether and start over with a new film, and that would have pushed the release date into the following year at the very least. And well, they didn't want to do that either. But the idea is, like, you think, well, you've got all this footage and you paid for it, you might as well make use of it. But then to come to find out that it's very minimal of Zack Snyder's footage in that theatrical release. So I just, a lot of it just didn't make sense. And the ultimate thing, that what they were trying to do was too late. You had decided on Snyder's course for it, and that was it. It's too late at that moment to do that. Family tragedies notwithstanding, obviously, I think the work he had done up to that point, someone could have gone in with his notes and whatever and completed with what he was trying to do. And it would have been more of a Snyder film than not. But no, didn't do it. They thought they could chase that Marvel money with a Marvel director, and it doesn't work like that. Again, not at the 11th hour. So that's the old story. But anyway, finally, here it comes, and so it'll be a very long movie, not a miniseries, and hopefully, because I would like to see the continuation of the storyline. I think it's looking more likely that I won't get to see that, and even better, Batman series spinning out of it. That would be cool. And even the Superman movie could have tie-ins to it. And I could think of lots of different plot points they could do for that to get it back to a new Justice League film. But it's got to perform. They can't just be really good. It's got to be gangbusters and be the talk of the town and all that sort of stuff. I don't know. I mean, hopefully it does, and then with that kind of power, And I don't know that Zack Snyder's up for pursuing something that's something in his past. He's moved on and he's got other films he wants to do, and he's got the Army of the Dead coming and stuff like that. But still, he could act as a real executive producer, not just getting a paycheck, but overseeing things and setting it up, hiring a director to carry on and stuff like that. So it's feasible, but it's really got to blow it out to achieve that level of power to pretty much force HBO's Max's hand. And AT&T is like, yeah, well, look at this. Those are good numbers. Go with that. And then that's that. So whatever else they wanted to do is on the back burner, And there's obvious conflicts with the Batman film coming and that sort of thing. They're clearly trying to set up something else. But hey, if the excitement and the audience desire is on the side of Snyder, then game over, and you go with Snyder. Anyway, so there we go. It's coming. So get ready for Snyder Cut, or Zack Snyder's Justice League, or I don't know. I think they keep changing the title. Maybe it'll just be Justice League Director's Cut. I think that's the latest one. Whatever. You know what it is. So, boy, I can't wait. Yeah, but gonna have to. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Thanks for watching and listening. Say, while you're still here, why not like and subscribe and share with your many friends? Yes. Also, check out my mini stores in the link description below. Yes, where you can get t-shirts, hats, mugs, all those goodies with my artwork on them. Oh, yeah. And head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book, Night Night. Oh, yeah. You can also catch me at my podcast, Mr Nailsin Show, on Radio Misfits, And you can also watch my videos on BitChute.com and now on Rumble.com. Oh my goodness, so many places to watch me and my stuff. Oh yeah. And if that's not enough for you, well, you can follow me on many social media platforms and say hi to your old pal, Mr. Nailsin.